back to Candid Convos with Nurse E. If you have not met me, I am Nurse E, and today, you guys, I've traveled all the way to Brooklyn, New York to hook up with my homeboy right here, Joseph. Yes. We're at Blink Fitness in Brooklyn, New York. I actually met Joseph about 2 years ago for my 40th birthday party. He was a photographer for me, and we've just stayed connected since then. So while I'm here, he gonna do a little training, and we're gonna have some people walk through, but it's cool. And not just training in fitness, but also training in entrepreneurship. So y'all stay tuned, listen to this Candid Convo, and I hope you guys enjoy.
Let's go.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
I want to know, what made you decide to be an entrepreneur versus working a regular 9 to 5?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna start from the top, right? So it was never in my spirit. Like growing up, it's like it was never in my spirit to work a 9 to 5. A part of me never really wanted to work a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Like, I always tell myself I'm gonna be a boss. Like I'm gonna be this, that, and third.
You gonna run things.
Like it never felt right with me. You understand?
Yeah.
It's just in my bone.
Yeah.
You feel me? And then today I actually went to church, and then this guy just came up to me naturally. He was like, he asked me what I do, and I told him exactly what I do, literally.
Right.
And then he looked at me. He was like, "You're gonna be a millionaire," and I'm like,
wow.
How you know?
Yeah.
How you know? But yeah, it was never in my spirit to work a 9 to 5. But the 9 to 5s, it's not like nothing wrong with the 9 to 5.
Right.
But you could be anybody with the 9 to 5. You could be a millionaire with a 9 to 5. So
right.
I don't really see it like that. 9 to 5 as a bad thing. It's just like exactly what you're doing, the value that you bring into the world.
Yeah.
Because as an entrepreneur, you really work more than
anybody
in a
9 to 5.
You work more than somebody that works in 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Think about it. You really work 24 hours.
Yeah. If you don't shut it off.
You really work 24 hours.
But we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about balance. So we getting ready to get into a little workout. You getting ready to show me some things. And you got to with being an entrepreneur, you got to be disciplined. So how does you working out help you with discipline in the entrepreneurship realm? Okay.
Well, discipline is the foundation of everything. Because if you don't have discipline, then you can't do this. Right. If you're in this, everything in life the one thing you do in life transitions to everything, right?
Yeah.
So if you're slacking in the gym, it's gonna show out in your regular life. It's gonna show out at your job. You might be showing up late. You might not be doing your job right. So if you can do this right, I promise you can transition that to everything, right?
Oh, wow.
So being disciplined could look like this. Like, you have to be. It's a balance, right? So you have everyday life plus the gym, work, things you do on the side. So it takes a certain time to come to the gym and say, okay, I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna go home, eat the right meals, and not cheat.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And not cheat.
Yeah.
And then get the right amount of sleep. So all of those things is like promises that will make you. And then especially as a man too, if you can't hold up to your words, what type of man are you? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And what type of person are you? And it starts with self-respect.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You telling yourself, I'm gonna do this, and stick by that.
Stick by it. Stick to your word. Yeah.
Because every time you break your words, yourself is telling you that, I can't really trust this guy.
Right.
And how you want people to trust you if you can't trust yourself? How you want people to respect your boundaries, respect certain things you do if you can't, if you can't respect your own boundaries, and so on. You know what I'm saying? So that's where discipline starts. It starts right here, and building a better physique.
Right.
And all of that is going to transition
into everything life.
You know what I'm saying? You going to work at a certain time. You make sure you're doing certain things. Or, when it's time to kick it up, you're telling yourself, I gotta step on the gas. And then another thing too, you gotta be patient enough to wait for the result. Right? And you can't be afraid. There's so much that goes into it. You can't be afraid of pain. You know what I'm saying? Pain is a part of growth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then you have to be patient enough.
So I want to make sure they're hearing all these points.
Yeah. Pain, patience, and you have to be consistent.
Yeah, you got to be consistent.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be consistent, and and you got to work hard. Just go. Have fun with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a process. You got to enjoy the process, because once you're there, you're there.
You're there.
You're there.
So you mentioned, before we got on air that, we're going to work from the bottom up. Yes. We're going to work on the foundation.
Yes.
So show me something that we're going to do to work on the foundation, and then we can talk about how a firm foundation establishes everything.
Let's go.
Right?
Let's go.
Okay.
So
all right.
first thing we're gonna do is squat, right?
Just
And-
with this?
Yeah, we're gonna start with this. We're not gonna
Okay.
go too crazy. You get what I'm saying? We're gonna start with this. We always want to start light, guys. You get what I'm saying? So your legs is the foundation. If your legs is weak, any little one can
Blow you around.
And
Yeah.
it's the same thing with everyday life.
Right.
If you don't have the right foundation, no matter how high you climb, there's gonna be a time. The higher you go, the stronger the force of the wind is.
Yes.
It's gonna swoop you right off your feet. So,
Right.
So first thing we're gonna do is do squat, right? So the perfect way to do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna just put my mic right there and pick it back up, right?
Or I can hold it for you
Okay.
while you're.
Okay.
Yeah.
So boom, they're gonna have to see my back, right?
Okay.
So first thing you're gonna do, right? Hand placements, right? Hand placements, right? You wanna make sure it's level. So these are the measurements, right? You wanna make sure it's level. Hand placements, and then you're gonna slowly go under it.
Go under. Okay.
And then you grab, and then you lift up.
Okay.
And then you're gonna slowly back up, right?
Mhm.
2 steps. So you're gonna have back up with me. Yep. 1, 2, right. And when you're stepping off, you don't wanna just close your feet, right? You wanna open. Because you wanna create that balance at the same time, right? And then from there, squeeze it back, right? Squeeze it back. Breathe. And then you slowly go down. Push it. And as you're pushing up, see the things that's happening.
All right. So as you push
Yeah,
up, what's
as you
happening?
push up, right? So you down right here. You want to push up with your legs, and when you like about halfway, push up with your hips. Simple as that.
All right, guys. Y'all about to see me do this. Don't be too hard on your girl, okay? All right. So let's go.
Yes.
All right.
Placements.
So we gonna go on
Mhm.
hands.
Okay, so if this is inside, the other hand have to be inside too.
Okay.
As well. Yeah, perfect.
Okay. So then I go under.
Yes, go under. Make sure your feet is aligned with the bar. Perfect.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Once you're ready, lift up.
Lift up.
Yep. Lift up. There you go. Perfect. You want to take 2 steps back. There you go. Bigger steps. Right there. Perfect. That's good enough, right?
Okay.
So chest up. Breathe. Relax. Whenever you're ready, just go down. Yep. There you go. There you go. Perfect. Remember, drive with your legs and then your hips. Hips. Boom. Perfect.
Down again.
Yep. How'd I feel?
Not bad.
Okay. And you could be faster. You don't have to be that slow. Yeah. Yep. Perfect. That was perfect form. Perfect form. There you go. Perfect.
I think I got one more in me, y'all.
Come on.
Ah!
Come on. There you go. You got way more than one more. That's perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect.
Woo!
Perfect. There you go.
Woo-cha!
Yeah. I'm gonna teach you some more tips, right? So boom, when you put in the weight back, right?
Okay.
So you want to move with steps, right? You don't want to just move
shuffle
anyhow.
your feet.
Yeah, you don't want to shuffle. Right?
Okay.
So you want to move like as your leg open, right? You want
Right.
to move to
One.
the bigger step.
Got you.
Right. So now you still balance, right?
Right.
Because if you taking your steps and you shuffling around, and you're not really know where. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I said, any little wind can swoop you right off your feet, right?
Yeah.
So you want, because the weight is heavy. The heavier you go, you will understand where I'm coming from. So as your legs are open, you still stay in a balanced thing, right? Right there, you can't move.
Right.
Right here, you can't move me. So the weight, even if the weight is heavy,
Yeah.
you still can drop it, right?
Right.
And then when you're on rack, you want to make sure you slam it a little bit against this, so
Right.
you know it's there.
Yeah.
Because you know, the
Yeah.
moment you miss this,
Exactly.
it's coming right down. It's coming right down. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, so you guys, I made it look easy, but it was difficult.
Hey, she's a natural. She's a natural.
So-
she's a natural.
You talk about a foundation, and he's explaining to me how to move my feet. And so I want to correlate that with entrepreneurship, because if you're shuffling your feet like this with entrepreneurship, you're not making strides in the direction that you need to go into. And so have you seen where you've been shuffling in entrepreneurship, or have you seen where you're making major strides? And you get me?
I'm gonna get clear. I'm gonna get clear. So basically, okay, how can I answer this, right? So entrepreneurship, foundation. So for me specifically, right?
Right.
I believe in having a foundation with the Lord, right? So if your foundation is not with the Lord, it's not steady. Whatever you're building, it can be torn like that. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And
yeah.
So the first thing is I have a foundation with the Lord. And the Lord, it don't matter how long it's going to take, because the Lord can literally put 1 year into 1 month.
That's it. It can be supernatural.
As long as your foundation is strong, nobody can literally do nothing to you. You know what I mean? They can shake you, but you're not wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're steady.
You anchored.
You know what I'm saying?
We've been at church
here, y'all. You know what I mean? Steady. And when it comes to like taking steps, right? Is and strides, steps, like shuffling and taking steps, is knowing who your God is, right? The promises he has for you,
right?
And
how he's leading you.
You feel me? How he's
there you go. He's created a path. Yeah.
There you go. And also taking those steps, those bold steps with him, knowing he's right there next to you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, okay, entrepreneurship is all about taking bold steps. You get what I'm saying? You don't know. I might say, yo, I want to be a millionaire, but right, I gotta focus on now. Right. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. I gotta focus on now, one step at a time. Okay, what do I have in front of me? I have this project coming up. I gotta do the best that I can. Right. You get what I'm saying? And then from there, that first step is gonna open the door for the next door. That first step is gonna open the door to, for the next step. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you gotta put one foot in front of the other, and I think just you making that point is just helping me to realize, like, Ebony, this one step you're doing, be great at this step.
That's it.
And then when you take the next step, be great at that step. Because you're laying a foundation. You know what I'm saying? You're walking a path. You're headed towards a goal. So you gotta be present in that moment. And I am guilty of, I'm already at that building right there. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't care where I gotta go. I'm already right there. And it can be heartbreaking, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you feel like you failed if you hadn't gotten where could take just a couple of more steps. You understand what I'm saying?
But, and this is where God comes in.
Yeah.
Guess what? We're not perfect.
Right.
We're not perfect, and we want to fail fast. You understand what I'm saying? You want to fail fast so you can learn. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, right, growth is on, like, pain. Growth is literally back to back with pain. Okay. You get what I'm saying? So if you're not going through pain, I don't believe there's no growth. In the gym. Yeah. No pain, no gains. No pain, no gain. No pain, no gain. So no pain, no gain. So think about it like that. Every major moment that ever happened in your life, right? Think about it, right? Just for the second. Every major moment that ever happened in your life, there was something that was major that happened, a type of problem, a certain type of stress that you had to go through to really reach that new high. Yeah. Because it's like you breaking through. Right. You know what I'm saying? You breaking through the next season, you breaking through the next limit. Right. So it's something you've never seen before. Yeah. So it's gonna take. So it's gotta be tough. It's gonna stress gotta work. You out. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because just like you're a diamond, you know what I mean? It's, you know, you build under pressure, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just like that. It's just like that. And, you know, we're build under pressure. We're not perfect, you know what I'm saying? There gotta be step back for us to move further forward. You know what I'm saying? I understand. Sometimes those step backs, right, means that, okay, we're not fully prepared, but at the same time, it's just opening the doors to let us see more clearly. Okay, to see what we gotta attack, right? Yeah. These are like moments that we gotta like, how can I say, what's the best word I can use? It's like those step backs. It's like moments to prepare. Prepare for what's coming next. You get what I'm saying? It's, you know, it's literally cheating on itself, basically. Right. Yeah. You know, it's telling you, yo, this is what I need. Right. How it, and I think sometimes when we see things, when we're starting to see breakthrough, it's letting us know, okay, get prepared.
Also, you see what's coming, so get excited, and it gives you, it reinvigorates you on what your passion is or what you've been called to do.
That's it.
That type of thing. Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying. And the next thing I'm saying is perspective too. It depends on how you see it.
Right. Is the glass half full or half empty?
Are you wearing somebody else's glasses?
Right.
You know? Can you really see clear, or do you have that 20/20 vision?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Or is God leading you?
Right.
You know,
And if God is leading you, then faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things you can't see.
that's it.
So it's easy to quote.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to quote.
Mm-hmm.
But living it out,
That's different.
That's
Actions,
different.
You can know you can have the knowledge, but having the courage and the strength to take that step is different.
is different.
You know, you can know everything about how to make money, how to be a millionaire, but what exactly are you doing to get to the next level?
So let's get back to this,
Okay,
right?
okay.
So we're gonna do a couple of more squats, right?
Okay.
We're gonna stay here for a quick minute.
Okay.
I'm a squat for every business you have.
Okay.
So mention to the audience what are the entrepreneurship things that you are doing?
Okay. I mean, right now I am focusing on photography and videography, and I have 2 partners that's working with me, and I have a 9 to 5.
Okay.
You know, I have a 9 to 5, and then I used to do YouTube, but I slowly just bring everything down. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because sometimes, like, yeah, we can do it all, but you can go fast if you just focus on 2 things.
Yeah.
And then later come back to it. So
Yeah.
YouTube, you know, I'm gonna come back to that. I have a fitness channel and a personal, you know,
Yeah.
channel. And then the next thing I do is, like, I train here and there on the side, and I trade also. You know what I'm saying?
So okay.
Yeah.
So we got this. How many squats I gotta do, y'all? So he day trade. He got a 9 to 5. He does training. He does photography and videography. So that means I gotta do 5 squats, y'all, or 6.
Let's go for 6.
He said, let's go for 6.
And look, right? The next step is we're gonna add a little weight.
We gonna add
You feel me? To get to the next step, like I said, we are built under pressure, right? No pain, no gain.
Okay.
So the more things that's on you, the more pressure, right? It's like this, right? You want to be a millionaire, you want to be a successful, right? That comes with value, right? So are you really ready to endure the pain, the weight that they have on their backs? You get what I'm saying? A millionaire that doesn't live the way we live, they have like responsibilities, they have certain responsibilities. You may not see it, you might think, oh, this is not money. No, it don't comes like that. Like, money comes where value is at, right? So you gotta be valuable, you gotta provide in some type of value. So it's a lot of pressure, you know what I'm saying? So when you say you want to be a millionaire, when you say you want to be successful, there's gonna be challenging that's coming in your life.
Right.
And every time you tell yourself, damn, why am I going through this? That's just telling you, you're not prepared for that, big dog. So we're
and you're valuable. And you're
so
valuable.
if you want that body, and I'm like sitting here and putting a 45, are you gonna complain about it? Or you want that body? Come on now, let's go. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go with a 10 pound, right? We're gonna go with 10 pounds. Let me find those 10 pounds real quick.
Okay.
Let me find those 10.
Here, I can take your mic.
Right there. Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. And look, and that at that moment, you gotta prepare your mind.
I know.
Right?
Okay.
Everything starts with the mind. You have to prepare your mind.
You gotta prepare the mind.
You know?
Okay.
There you
All
go.
right. All right.
Same thing.
Same thing.
I'm right here if you need me. You know?
Yeah, and that's important too, knowing that you have people that are there to support you while you go through this season of building.
And most importantly, you have God right next to you. That's literally sitting there next to you. So if something go wrong,
Yeah.
we got you.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I got God and I got Joseph.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's
Okay.
go.
No.
Yep.
Don't skip no
Placement.
steps.
There you go.
Okay.
First thing is safety.
Right.
There you go. Perfect. Perfect. Heads up. There you go. Push up. Dope. Remember the steps back. Yep. One at a time. There you go. You good right there. You don't gotta move too far back.
Okay.
Okay.
Damn.
Breathe. whenever you're ready, just come down. There you go, right there, right there. Boom. Drive. Knee, hips. Boom. That's it. That's one. That's two. Perfect. Keep your head up. That's three. Perfect. Got three more. Remember, focus on the next one. Don't focus on finishing it. Focus on the next one. You got two more. Just one more after that. There you go. That's it. Right there, one step at a time. There you go. You get closer. Remember? There you go. Perfect. Perfect. That's it. It's that simple. Good job.
I'm done, y'all.
How was that? How was that?
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad?
It wasn't bad. I think thinking about the next step, the next one helps, because that means I've completed one.
That's it. And you closer than you think you are to finishing. You get what I'm saying? But if you focus on like, yo, I gotta do like 6, that's going to drain you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But if you just focus on the next step, okay, I'm already at 3. Can't give up now.
No, you gotta keep pushing.
You know, sometimes so it's like we get so far, and the further you get, the harder it gets, right?
Right.
So most of the time we tell ourselves, yo, damn, I feel like quitting right now.
Right.
But what if that last one is the one that was really gonna put you on the map, and you're gonna quit? Come on now. You gotta keep pushing.
You gotta keep pushing. Y'all, this is a pep talk for me. If y'all don't get nothing, I'm getting something. He said, you gotta keep pushing. That's
it.
And I get tired.
We all get tired, but this is why we have God, you know what I'm saying, to really give us that. This is why we build the foundation on God, because He's just, right? And He is the holy, the perfect God. So whatever you're going through, He knows it way before you do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He knows whatever problems you're going through. He knows you don't have the strength for it. The strength that you have to do whatever you got to do, He's literally giving you the idea. He's giving you the strength, everything you need. You know what I'm saying? To get there, and you just gotta rely on Him.
That's it.
Whatever that's happening, yeah, God, this is what I'm going through. This is what it is. Okay, what do I need to do? What is that teaching me, right? Because everything is teaching you something. Everything is pushing you forward to become the best person you need to be. The person you have in your head, right? Everybody that's in your life, no matter the breakup, no matter the bad relationships, they pushing you to be the best version of yourself.
Yes.
There's something to learn in everything, and with everybody,
right?
Past, present, and you still have way more people to meet, because you're not really there where you want to be in life. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're there, it's not about getting there. It's about the journey.
It's about the journey. So let's journey on to another part of the body. Let's work out this upper body. He's gonna take me over to another area, and we're gonna work that out.
Let's go.
All right, you ready?
Let's go. You ready? Okay. So what we could do.
Boom.
So this right here is really gonna target your arms. Crazy. So that little lean back, right, is going to release the pressure. It's going to make you isolate the arms by itself, right? It's going to isolate the arms just so you can focus on just the arm.
Okay.
Where you're not putting pressure on any other muscle, right?
Okay.
So you just focus on arms, biceps, and then that's what we're working. So we're gonna do a little biceps. I'm gonna show you how to do it. I'm gonna grab a bigger weight, and
I'm gonna grab a smaller weight.
You know. Now I'm gonna show you how it's done.
Okay.
You ready? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna grab a 30.
Holy.
I'm gonna grab a 30.
Okay.
Let me get that seat real quick.
Get the seat, yeah.
Okay. So boom. You want to sit right here, lean back, relax, right? Twist your arms and pull. Right? Slowly let it go. And as you doing that, you want to breathe, right? You want to inhale and then exhale. You know what I'm saying? So as we pulling up, you inhaling, and as you letting it go, you exhale.
Okay.
And you don't want to focus on it too much. Just you know what I mean? Just
naturally, in and out.
Because as you breathe in, that's literally energy that's coming into the muscle. You get what I'm saying? Breathe in the fresh air. That's energy. So you want to give your muscle energy so you can have more energy to do the next one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you just hold your breath, you might pass out, man. You don't want to do that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like this. Boom. And this right here, the lean, isolate everything else, right? It just isolate the arm by itself, and then you could just focus on just the biceps.
Okay.
Just the biceps. You're gonna see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So let's go. Let's go.
I'm next.
Let's go. I grab you a 10. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what you can do with that.
So I gotta lean back.
Mm-hmm. Lean back.
Lean back.
Perfect. Mm-hmm.
All right, drop them down.
Yep.
Drop it down.
Mm-hmm.
Should I sit my head back?
Just relax.
Oh,
You
just
can look at yourself in the mirror, whatever. I like to look at myself in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? I like to see what we working on.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Get a little motivation. This is what we're here for. So I say look at yourself in the mirror. And from there, all you got to do is just pull.
One at a time.
Yep. Nah, you can do both if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, both. There you go. See that right there? Just biceps. Everything else
I think
relax.
I'm going to put back.
There you go. How'd I feel?
It don't feel bad.
Uh-huh. Hey, that means that she's stronger than she thinks she is. So we might have to give her 30.
No. But this arm feels weaker.
Which one? This one? That's all right. There's
left
always
one.
a more dominant side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Probably the side that you... which one feel weaker? This one?
I'm right.
Oh, you're righty?
Yeah, but this one feels weaker. I need help with this one.
Okay, I got you. Boom.
But I'm going to try.
Okay. There you go. There you go. Just a little push. Come on. Come on. Right there. There you go.
Oh my gosh, y'all.
Come on. Come on. Give me one more. One more. One more. You got this.
Okay.
You got this. Boom. One more. Come on.
Y'all, this is hard.
Come on. There you go. That's it. Let's focus on the east hand tree. Perfect.
Okay.
Drop. Yep. That's it. How'd I feel?
I'm done. You know what? I don't. So this can speak to another point. I don't work my biceps in that way.
Okay.
You know, I work my biceps. I do push-ups. You know what I'm saying? Hold free weights. But a muscle is only as strong as the different techniques that you use. And so what that just showed me is that I've got to work these muscles. I've got to work things that allow me to be uncomfortable. Not everything that I'm good at I should be doing. I should also be doing things that I'm not, I shouldn't say not good at, but need to have more reps.
Improvements.
Yeah.
And sometimes too, what I would like to add to it, right? Sometimes you need to do different things, right? It's like you want different results, you gotta do different things, right? You can't do the same thing, expect different results. You have to do different things. So if you only do push-ups, you see how now you're doing a whole different exercise, which still targets the bicep. It's a different movement. It's a different type of energy that you got to put into it.
Yeah.
And that right there will grow your bicep to a different level.
And I used to weight train, but just life took me away from weight training.
Okay.
So I think, you know,
you might have to get back into it.
Not no might. I am getting ready to get back into it.
Okay. Tuck your tuck and walk your
walk. You know
walk.
what I'm saying? But this conversation right here, because I am a budding entrepreneur.
Okay.
And I've always been one that has worked out. You know what I mean? But my workouts need to look different. I need to do strength training.
Dope.
And that can also help repurpose my mind. You know what I'm saying?
Amazing.
So I'm so glad that I traveled 3 hours to get trained by my photographer in New York, Joseph.
Yes.
Didn't even know that this was going to happen,
Oh
and
my
how
God.
him encouraging me in the training is also going to encourage me in the entrepreneurial realm with my business.
You see, I don't know if you remember that point that I made earlier, how like everybody's in your life is there to push you to be more of your greatest self, right? So it's like, you see how we met long ago? And
2
now
years
look
ago.
at us now, right?
Right.
There's a purpose, right? And most of the time, I don't know if you realize that there's people that leave your life, right?
Right.
If you can think about the people that's not in your life anymore, right? They already serve their purpose, no matter good or bad. They serve their purpose. You don't see them no more.
Right.
They out. That means their job is done in your life.
Right.
And if you don't learn from that lesson, you're gonna have to go through it again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. You feel me? So this the purpose is serving right now. You know what I mean? Of us meeting. You know what I'm saying? Later, you're gonna be more people that's gonna serve more, that's gonna bring you to your next level, to your next season.
Yeah.
So as life goes on, we never stop growing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
So okay, guys, let me try one more time.
Okay.
Maybe like 3.
Let me get one more set. So this one let's go for how many you did last time? I don't know. Let's go for 10. Let's push for 10. If not, then we stop. If you can't go for 10, we'll stop at 8. You know?
Can I do one at a time?
Go ahead.
Oh.
All right.
Sometimes you gotta modify, guys.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Perfect. 1. 2. That's actually perfect. Perfect form. Breathing is correct. And you relax. And as you saying this, was that 4? Was that 4?
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to count, right? And as she's doing this, right, basically what I like to do, I like to relax during my exercises. I don't like to it's like, you're doing the thing, but you don't stress while you're doing. Most people, they do too much. They breathe, they move around too much. Like, just relax and get it done. You know what I'm saying? You already know what you're doing. As long as you got the energy for it, the force for it. That's it.
I did 8.
That's it. That's good. That's good. That's
This
good.
my strong side, though, y'all.
Good.
That's
I'm
my
right here.
strong
I'm
side.
right here with you, you know? God is here and I'm here. Let's go through it. Come on. 1. Perfect. That's 2. Gotta find the strength. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta ask yourself, what's your why? What are you doing this for? There you go. I'm with you. 4.
That's 3.
That's 3? Okay. 4. Just focus on the eccentric, right? The coming down. I'm gonna help you with the coming up and just focus on the coming down. Right? Just focus on the coming down. There you go. That's another way to train also. Come on. Help you on the way up. And then you focus, slow it down more on the way down. Perfect. That's still the same. You get the same results. Perfect.
That's my last one.
Last one.
I'm gonna try.
Come on.
Let me try as much as I
Okay.
can.
Okay. Come on. That's good. And slow it down. You're not done with it. Slow it down. On the way down. Perfect. Good job. That was great. If you ask me. That was great. Let me get a little high five. There you go. That was great. So another way you can train is doing eccentric, right? So some of the time the weight could be too heavy. So what you do, you just focus on coming down, right? So you could have somebody help you up, and you just focus on coming down. Still works the same.
Still works the same way. Okay.
Still works. You know what I'm saying? It's not
So-
ego lifting or anything. It still works the muscle.
I couldn't take any
breaking.
muscle. I couldn't take any, I couldn't take any shortcuts. So in entrepreneurship, has there ever been a time where you've taken shortcuts?
Shortcuts. I'm trying to see exactly what you mean by shortcuts.
So like just taking an easier way to avoid,
The struggles.
yeah.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever taken any shortcuts because I don't know. I knew what I was signing up for.
Yeah.
So I knew like it was going to take some pain, because if it was that easy, everybody would have done it.
Everybody would do it.
Everybody would have done it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And another thing too, you probably will find some people, right? Let's just say you're doing this by yourself. You probably find some people that be like, yo, what are you doing? trying to bring you down. And most of the time, what I've learned, right? Most of the time, the people that brings you down, people that's not even where you're at, right? But me, I'm fit. I know exactly what I'm doing. You're always gonna find the person that's been there and done whatever you went through. They are the one that's gonna be, yeah, you're on the right track. Keep going. You see, I'm right there. I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's keep pushing. You right there. But somebody that's probably not even fit to where you need to be, that don't even know what you're going through, they probably gonna be like, yo, you stressing too much, you know?
Yeah.
You're not doing the movement right. You're not stepping into the right place. You're not speaking to the right people. But just trust the process.
Just trust the process.
Go through the pain. I've learned this from the gym. No pain, no gain. You're gonna have to face circumstances, hard circumstances, and you know you're growing when you're facing trials. How you know your arm is about to grow? Because you done put on that pain. You get what I'm saying? You should be happy, and it also talks about that in the Bible. You should be rejoicing when you're going through trials and tribulations. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, pain is right next door to greatness. So
to breakthrough.
Yeah, you gotta go through it. You know what I'm saying? It's the law.
It's the law.
Yeah, it's the law. You can't break the law. It's written. You have to go through it. You know what I'm saying? But you have to be happy when you're going through those phases, because you know, like, you're about to grow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you're going through life and you're going through the gym, you don't see no growth, you don't see no pain, you should be
wondering
worried.
why.
What's going on? Not worried.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say worried, because you know, if you believe in Christ, you should not be worried.
Yeah.
But I would say, like, okay, what's going on? Actually, what's going on? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You expect some trouble. Expect some trials. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Yeah, that's it. Expect.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Of course.
For this opportunity. The 3 hours was worth it. We getting ready to go get some good food, y'all. I done tore up some muscles. I done learned more about drive, perseverance with entrepreneurship.
Push through.
And now we about to go. So, as I end every episode, you guys, you are fearfully and you are wonderfully made. You were created for purpose, on purpose. And so I hope that today's episode shows you how to continue to persevere and move in what God has called you to do. Until the next time, I will see you on the next episode.
And thank you for having me here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I am grateful to be here, and this is the next step of life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And last thing I want to tell you guys is, God love you. Go get it. Go get it. Take that step.
Yes.